I love coaching this team. They are a really fun group of young men to coach, really resilient, and so they deserved that win by the way they played. Questions?
Is that as wacky a win as you think you've experienced?
It's as wacky a win as I've ever experienced as a coach. It is the wackiest win I've ever experienced as a coach. As a player, we were down 28-0 to Harvard one time at half. Coach told me that he was going to pull me if we didn't score in the first drive of the second half. We didn't, but we got a fumble on the second play of the drive, and he didn't. I just kind of didn't let the backup go in. I just ran on the field, and what are they going to do? We came back and won 29-28, and we won by blocking. We scored with like 2 minutes to go to take the lead. Then I threw the world's worst on a fourth down play. Then I threw the world's worst two-point conversion, so we didn't get it. And then they went all the way down the field, and we blocked a field goal. We blocked a 19-yard field goal to win it. And then that was also the day that my parents found out that my now wife was my girlfriend. So it was a pretty cool day, right? But being able to, my oldest son, being able to experience this win with him, yeah, this one was better.
What's the mindset? It's 21-0. You had 44 yards in the first half. The offense couldn't get on track. It looked like they were going to run away with it. What's going on at halftime in the locker room?
I went around to every single player on our team, and I made them look me in the eye and tell me that we were going to win this game. One of our core values is character. So, I said, hey, men of character and men of their word, right? And so you guys all told me we were going to win this game, so now you gotta be men of your word. And they were.
Did you just make up that technique tonight?
Yeah. I mean, as a coach, I shouldn't say that. Myself personally, none of this is scripted. You know what I mean? I do what I think is best because I know the guys on the team and I know what I think is going to help us win the games. Obviously I'm not always right, or we wouldn't have 44 yards in the first half, right? But I've got a great group of young men, and I'm always going to keep being myself. When I stop being myself with you guys and I stop being myself with the team, it's the day I will stop coaching.
You had a lot of adversity tonight. You lost to Marion and Jason. You're down a bunch. What are the emotions that coming all the way back like that?
Yeah, I think that caused a little bit of the first half. I mean, listen, when you see your teammate on the ground like that, especially one as beloved as Lamarion, I mean, there's not a player on our team who doesn't love that kid, So I will say he was in the locker room. So he was in the locker room, and he was the first guy after I broke down the team in one of my epic 16-second post-game speeches. He was the first guy I saw, which was awesome. So that was really cool.
Coach, what's it mean to get 20 more practices, bowl eligibility? I mean, it's wow.
It was critical. I mean, not only for the guys who, the seniors and the guys who may, not be with us or whatever, but those young guys, I mean, we're going to need it. And, I don't know what bowl we're going to. We are going to a bowl, or else I will be at somebody's doorstep, and that will be a bad deal for everybody. I don't see how we can't be. I mean, our record compared to some of the other people's in conference and things like that, that would be a bad deal. But we need to. I've already got all the bowl. Listen, I've had all the bowl practice schedules planned out for since the moment we lost to Liberty. So I already have all that down. So I mean, I've been ready for that for a while. So we're going to get some practices, and those young guys are going to get a lot of experience, and that's really going to help them develop. It's going to help them have a better spring practice, which is going to help them have a better fall next fall. But it's also going to be an opportunity for them to sit down and have a meal with a guy like, Leroy Thomas or Xavier Black or Nolan Johnson, like pick their brain and see what all this stuff is really about.
I know the preseason picks don't really mean anything, but you were picked to finish dead last. What kind of vindication do you have to finish 5-3 in this tough league?
These preseason picks are nonsense. I mean, and I don't say that because they picked us last. I would say that if they picked us first. They're nonsense. I mean, no one knows. I mean, the people who picked us last couldn't name 5 players on our team. And that's not why they picked us last, because they can't name 5 players on any of the teams. So, I mean, that's... The only reason we do the preseason things is so that you guys have the opportunity to ask this very question. You know what I mean? They're just trying to help you guys out.
But the 5-3 part.
The 5-3 part's sweet, right? Especially because the Sun Belt Conference, there's 0% chance you can watch the Sun Belt play and say that this is not the premier, group of 5 conference in the country, and there's 0% chance that you can't say, man, they're going to run for their money with a bunch of other people. So, I mean, this conference, each and every game, and it's everything. It's the players, it's the coaches, it's everything. I mean, these coaches that we're coaching against are unbelievable, right? I mean, these players we're playing against are, I mean, I don't know where they get some of those linemen. They got some monsters, and that was a really, really, really good football team that we just beat, and well, that's a really incredible effort that I hope Monarch Nation appreciates how hard those players fought today.
Grant, obviously, he didn't have his best game, but what was your message for him going into that final drive there?
Well, he scored the game-winning touchdown, so I'm going to say he had the best game he's ever had.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep.
I'm sorry, leading up to that point.
Yeah, leading up to that point, we didn't have our best game.
Sure.
We didn't coach well enough. We didn't, we didn't play well enough. We didn't execute well enough, and all those sort of things. But we have a tough football team, and who believes in each other. Just look at that throw there at the end of the game, right? I mean, that guy was Ramello was pretty covered. They can say what they want. Ramello's pretty covered, and he made that play. That touchdown pass that he made. That's an NFL throw right there. So, I just thought it was a heck of a game. Yeah.
What'd you tell him going into that final drive?
I didn't tell him anything because I don't need to. I mean, he's ready to perform that way. He knew the whole time. I mean, every single time. I just told him when we had to punt, we gave it back to him. I just say, hey man, it's 2-minute drives the rest of the way, man. You know what I mean? You got to go. Yeah, so that's what I told him.
You had 2 seconds left, one play the whole season on the line. What made you go with that play?
We had a different play called, and then they ran a certain defense, so we checked into that. Great check. Believe in our offensive line, believe in Grant to do whatever he's got to do to get in the end zone there.
Does he check that play there?
No. No, Coach Decker does.
Were you ever close to making a change at quarterback?
No.
Anything else for Coach?
What was the locker room like? What was your 16-second message to him?
I just told him, hey, you guys are men of your word, right? You guys are men of your word. So that's all I told him, and then, I told him we're going bowling, we get 20 more, so guess what? This darn bowl selection committee better make me a man of my word, or else I'm going to be very upset.
Will you practice this week?
Yes, we will. Not a lot, because I don't want my players to see this and be like, what the heck? But no, but we will. We will practice this week, and I can. Eric, what am I waiting for? Here, I mean, where do I got to go? So ask me whatever questions we got here.
Okay, I was just saying if I can just have one more.
Nah, you guys can have as many as you want.
So,
where do I need to go?
Have you ever been a part of every conference game being a one-score game?
No. No. Okay, you know what, though? I thought about this. When I was a junior in college, we went 5-2 in the league, and we won we won all 5 wins were by a point. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All 5 wins were by 1 point. So I guess, and then in all 5 of them we were losing in the second half, which probably speaks more to how bad I sucked in the first half than anything else. But yeah, so yeah, I guess I've been kind of part of something like that. Yeah. What else we got?
So 10 one-score games, obviously, piggybacking off of him. Have you thought about reaching out to a local cardiologist to be, like, kind of endorse them? With all the money you're sending their way.
No, I mean, we've got an active community who stays very healthy. You know, I watch the tailgates. There's hardly any fried food or drinking going on. So everyone's just drinking V8 and vegetables and everything. So everyone should be fine here. Everyone should be good to go.
Might Lamarion and Jason be available for the whole game?
We got to see. Obviously, it's a long time away for both of them and that sort of thing. I'm not going to put either one of them in danger or where they'll hurt themselves. Our training staff and our doctors absolutely will not do that, and so we'll see.
You say you don't believe in momentum, but after the safety, there had to be some momentum on your team's side at that point. The crowd was juiced. The team looked juiced.
Well, okay, if there was momentum, then we probably would have had it after we had the long touchdown run by Obi. And then they kind of came back and did some other things and then did some other things. So I wouldn't call it momentum so much as at least the opportunity to go win the game now, right? I mean, we knew we were going to win the game. We, depending on when we scored, we were going to go for 2 or very bluntly, we were going to kneel it if we needed to so that you don't do something stupid and give them 2 points on the other side. Yeah, so I don't know what momentum, just great plays by our defense.
I'd like to ask about the big man pass.
Yeah.
How much has that been working on? And I appreciate you throwing to a big man. We all love it.
Well, if you noticed, we had some things planned, and great catch by Chris, which is critical because if he doesn't catch it, it's a fumble, right? Because it has to be backward because he's not an eligible number. So it's not really a pass so much. It would have been a rushing touchdown by Chris. I thought that was the right call by the official. Obviously, we're all upset, and everyone wants to say boo and whatever. Do I think it's a bold call in that position? I do. Do I think it was correct? Absolutely. So I appreciate and respect the officials for making that call. All right, well, now I'm done. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks, Coach.
Brand, what was going through your mind at halftime? That was a pretty tough first half for the offense.
Yeah, tough first half for the offense for sure. Just weren't executing. A lot of drive killers, a lot of self-inflicted wounds, but we saw things opening up. They gave us a lot of hope going into the second half. We knew that we could, if we just had a little bit more protection, a little bit more time, and I could make plays on the outside, that we could win that game. And Coach Ronnie went around to every single player in the locker room and said, "Repeat this to me, like we will win this game." And everyone did that. Everyone believed, and there wasn't any doubt on that sideline.
Wow, right? I mean, what's this emotion like for you guys? I mean, talk about a pendulum swing there in a short amount of time, and you guys still get to keep playing. For all 3 of you guys, what's the emotions like right now?
I mean, obviously we have a lot of juice. It's always a great feeling, especially coming from behind and winning a big game like this, and just winning a bowl game berth. And that's just all we've ever wanted this whole week, this whole month, and that's all we've been working towards. And for us to actually come out on top is a phenomenal feeling.
I think it's a great feeling. It feels great. We've been preaching this week. We want to spend 20 more days with everybody else. Trying to send the seniors out pretty good, and yeah.
It's a lot of fun playing with this group of guys and all the seniors who've worked so hard for this program. It's just awesome to send them out with the victory here at home. Awesome crowd here tonight. It was a lot of fun to play in this environment. And, just get 20 more days with these guys, this family. A lot of people who don't play football don't get to understand how close we are. Offense, defense, special teams, it's just one big family. And it's just so much fun being a part of that. And 20 more days is so awesome.
You guys don't give up easily, do you?
No, of course not.
Never.
I mean, there were a couple of times in that game where you think, well, it's over. But you guys, what did you, especially with about a minute and a half left, tell me what's going through your mind.
What's going through my mind, I was just in, prayer. I was just, praying and asking God to just let miracles happen, let His plan work, and, it did. And it's just so awesome to just how everything unfolded. That safety is just, awesome. That play, the first play to get them down even closer to their goal line, it's just so awesome to see. And then, a re-kick on that onside pushes them back even further. It's just so awesome.
Seeing Lamarion and Jason go down pretty early, what impact did that have on you guys, seeing that and then maybe juicing you up a little bit to come out in the second half?
I feel like as a team, one of our brothers go down, two of our brothers go down, we have a mindset to play for them, make sure that we can win the game for them.
For all you guys, what does it mean for you guys individually and as a program as a whole? You're going to a bowl game.
It's awesome. This journey has been crazy the last year, and I'm so blessed to be able to be here at Old Dominion with these guys and, this group. Play with the defense like this, it's so much fun. Just have that much trust in a group of guys on the field. You just know that you're going to get the ball back and opportunities are going to happen. It's just so much fun, and now we get to go bowling. Every kid's dream growing up.
This will be my second time going bowling, and I'm starting to feel that feeling again, and it's a great feeling.
And I feel like it's always a blessing to have an extended time to play his game, especially since it doesn't last forever. So every chance you get on the field with your brothers and every play you get, is just a blessing and another gift from God.
Miami, Myrtle Beach, New Orleans. What do you got? You guys got any preferences?
It doesn't matter to me. I just want to go out there and bowl.
You guys have one play with everything on the line. What goes through your head when they call your number?
Just, it worked last week, got us down there to the 5-yard line. It's going to work again. Just supreme confidence in Coach Decker as a play caller, supreme confidence in the offensive line to block it up, and, the running backs played phenomenal all night. Selfless, carrying the ball when we need them to and then blocking when we need them to. It's just huge. That play takes every single person doing their 1/11th to make it happen, and it was just, so awesome to get in the end zone.
Ricky said you guys did an audible on that play. What were you going to run?
We were going to run some sort of smash concept to the boundary, but we didn't like the look, but we really liked the look for another play. So Coach Decker audibled out, and it worked.
And is that a replay where you can either throw it, hand it off, or run?
That's a design quarterback run.
Okay.
What do you think on that safety? Is that by virtue of the safety, that gives you guys probably better field position, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge. And then Zay with the awesome return gets us close to midfield, and then that huge play by Ray to get us down there at the goal line. It's just awesome to see how those things unfold. And, that first play on that drive where the defense sacked the quarterback, 5 yards in the backfield, and then had that safety happen again. It's just so awesome.
What was it like on the field after the game? It wasn't like Virginia Tech last year where you rushed the field, but it seemed pretty close.
Yeah, I wasn't here last year at Virginia Tech, but, man, that was a lot of fun. Pretty much just black out there at the end, not know what's going on, not knowing who's there, grabbing you, holding you. But it's just so much fun to be around this group of guys.
Where does this win rank for all you guys in terms of just kind of your careers? And I assume this is got to be one of the most thrilling kind of wins you guys have ever been a part of.
I feel like a win like this is, I don't know. I feel like it's just an unmatched feeling. So to come back 21-0 is, this is just a great feeling. And I feel like this game probably ranks at least top 2 in my list of games that we've come out on top of. And we have a great group of guys that they never give up, and I admire everyone on this team for that. And just to have more time with them is just a great feeling.
What's it mean to go 5-3 in the Sun Belt? Tough league.
Man, it's a difficult conference for sure. All of our games have just been so close. Every team here is stacked, and at any minute they can flip the switch and win. Just crazy games. But this conference is awesome. Shows how tough this team is to go in and be 5-3 and just keep on moving.
Anything else for these guys? All right, thank you guys.
Congrats.
Thank you.